Very good. So, from the beginning, here we are. So, we've got a good amount of our class here. We know that one of them's having computer troubles. We understand, so we're recording for them. And we're hoping the others are able to get on. With slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. Third day in a row we use this. We talked about b. That was the start point, or what was the other thing we called it? The start or the y-intercept, where it went across the y line, okay? Where x was, or not x, the m was the slope, or we called it the rate. We're going to continue to use that today, okay? They're going to give you lines, and you're going to have to give me these functions. So as we go, find the slope of the line that passes through each pair of points. This is the warm-up, and we're there. All right. Learn to use slopes and intercepts to graph linear functions. Now, some of you really need to write this down. Slope is rise over run. This is the up and down. This is the left and right. You got to keep that straight because that was the only problem people were having yesterday. Okay? Slope is rise over run. Got to keep that straight. X-intercept. Where crosses X line. That horizontal line, right? Oh, the X. So wherever the line goes across the X line, that's the X-intercept. The Y-intercept is wherever the line goes across the Y line, okay? So, where it crosses Y line. And then, slope-intercept form, well, that's the y equals mx plus b. And I've told you twice now, I'm going to tell you 3 or 4 more times today what that means. So, here's the reading here. The x-intercept of a line is the x-coordinate of the point where the line intersects the x-axis. The y-coordinate of this point is always 0. Okay? The y-intercept of a line is the y-coordinate of the point where the line intersects the y-axis. The x-coordinate is always 0. So what they're saying is when you go across the x-intercept, when you have your ordered pair, the y is always going to be 0. When you go across your y-intercept, you've got your ordered pair, the x is always going to be 0, and the y can change, right? So it could be whatever. This could be whatever, all right? So that's what they're saying there when you get your ordered pair. X-intercept, the y is always 0. Y-intercept, the x is always 0. Okay? So now, find the intercept for the x and the y. So we're finding out where it crosses that line. So Miss Peel, you're with me right now. The x-intercept. Hey, here's the x line, right? It crosses the x line right there, right, Addie?
Yep.
All right. So what is the ordered pair that it crosses the y or the x-intercept at?
2, 0.
Oh, it would be 2, 0, right? Because that would take me to this point right here, 2, 0. Notice the y is always 0. All right, let's go with Emma. Here's where it crosses the y-intercept, right?
Yeah.
With the y-intercept, what ordered pair is this y-intercept at?
0 and then -4.
0, -4. So you're finding where they go across either the y line or the x line, and you're just giving me the ordered pair where they go across to do the y-intercept or the x-intercept, right, guys? We'll do a few more of these. All right, so we wrote our stuff out. let's see what they write out. All right, the x-intercept is 2. All right, the y-intercept is -4. Now you ladies went a step further and you gave me the ordered pair. All right, all feathers. The ordered pair you see right here was 2, 0 for that one, and they didn't put it down here, but it should have been -4, 0 for this one. Okay? Where'd Johnson go?
I think she went to the bathroom.
Okay.
But I don't know.
All right. Thanks, guys. We move on. Now we look at this one. All right? So we've got the x-intercept and the y-intercept. All right? X-intercept and then the y. All right? Luke, are you willing to help me? You might still be muted, Luke.
Yeah.
All right. So it crosses the X line right there, doesn't it, Luke?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is the ordered pair for where it crosses the X line?
Four.
I like it.
1.
4, 1 would be right up here. So you're close. Not 4, 1, but 4,
0.
0. Because do you see how if I would follow this all the way back, how it lands on 0 there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good job, Luke. Good job. All right, Caden, you ready?
I guess. I don't really understand this, but I guess. I'll try.
Okay. So now we're looking for where it crosses the Y line. Do you see where it crosses the Y line right here, Caden?
Yeah, that's 1.
All right, so that's 1. That's going to go up 1 from the start, right? So the 1 would be the Y, and then
Yeah.
left and right, if we come back down to the X, it goes to the 0, right?
Yeah.
So 0, 1 would be where it crosses the Y-intercept.
Oh, okay.
So you've got it. So all you got to do is find where they cross these lines, and then give me the ordered pair for that. And you guys have been doing very well with that. We'll do another few. All right? So they have 4, 0, just like Luke did, and they had 0, 1, just like Caden did. And we move on. All right, Addie Meyer. Do you want to find the x-intercept or the y-intercept?
The X.
Do you want to find the x-intercept? All right?
Yeah.
So the x-intercept is where it crosses the x line. Did I circle the x-intercept correctly?
No. That's
No.
the Y.
That's the y-intercept. All right, I'm sorry. Here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so can you give me the ordered pair for the x-intercept?
Would it be 1, 0?
1, 0. Very good. All right, Austin, you're up for the y-intercept. The y-intercept right here, bud.
Okay.
Okay? Can you give me the ordered pair for the y-intercept?
Would it be 3, 0?
Okay? 3, 0 would be right here. So you're close, but do you see how you flipped them around?
Or, yeah, 0, 3. Yes.
0, 3. Very good, very good. Because I didn't go left and right any, and then I had to go down 3. 0, 3. But I forgot to do one thing. It shouldn't be 0, 3. It should be 0.
-3.
Yeah, because we're below that. I forgot that one. That's my fault. All right. So they did pretty good. We're going real well. All right, let's come on here. We're going to do another one. Ava, did you do one already? You might still be on mute, Ava. Alexa, do you want to do the x-intercept or the y-intercept?
The Y.
The y. Okay. Now, I'm going to see if you can do it without circling. Are you ready to take on that challenge?
Yeah.
Okay. What would it be for the y-intercept?
0, 2.
So 0 left and right, then 2 up. Is that what you wanted for the y-intercept?
Yeah.
Well done. You did. You know this stuff. Stay confident in yourself, okay? All right. Ava, are you available yet?
Yeah.
All right. Ava, she did the y. Now you need to do the x. Do you think you can do it without me circling it?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and tell me what it is.
Would it be 5, 0?
So 5, then go up and down 0. Right there. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
All right. Well done. 5, 0. Good job, ladies. Good job, ladies. Hey, they matched up exactly with what they had. So being able to do that is important because we are going to continually use the y-intercept, okay? The linear equation y equals mx plus b is written in slope-intercept form, where m is the slope. Hey, you're fine, guys. M is the slope, and b is the y-intercept of the line. Oh, b is the y-intercept. That's going to make it easier for us. So let's start looking at stuff. Slope, y-intercept. Take a screenshot, take a picture with your phone. That is the most important thing for all of today. This right here. Okay? So, they want you to graph by
Mr.
using
Palm, can you go back to that slide so I can write it down?
Absolutely. Good deal. Yes, I can. I'll mark you and your sister here now. Good deal, good deal. Anybody else show up? Did Grayson get here?
I'm here.
Awesome. Good, Grayson. Emmett, did your computer start working?
Yeah.
Okay, great. They said you were having computer troubles, so those things happen. So I'll start to make sure I include you guys with questions. All right. So that is the most important thing. All right. So they're always going to give it to us looking like this. All right. So what we've been doing before is we've been doing this, like this, y and x, and we put in our 1, 2, and 3, and then we say 1/3 time. Okay, that's 1 and 1/3. 2, that's 2/3, or 1 and 2/3. And we've been solving them by making ordered pairs. Today, they want to show you another way that you might like that might be a bit easier. Okay? Find the m and the b. Okay? In this equation up here, y equals 1/3 x plus 1. Which number represents the b? Grayson, do you know which number represents the b? Which number represents the b?
1.
1, right? We can see it right there. And then, Emmett, which number represents the m?
The M?
1/3 does, right?
Yeah.
So we put the 1/3 in there. Hey, we learned how to count slope, and we learned how to do the y-intercept. So now we're going to look at our equation. Okay? So all these things came up. There's a lot of stuff said there. We're going to go to the next slide. This is our b. This is our m. We've got all the other things in here, right? So b tells us where it crosses the y-axis, doesn't it? That was the y-intercept. So I know if b is 1, I can put a dot right there. Okay? Now, slope from the other day. The slope is 1/3. Right? Slope means go up 1. That's what the rise is. Run is 3, right? Rise up 1. Run over 1, 2, 3. Put another one. Rise up 1. Run over 1, 2, 3. Do you see how I have 2 dots and now I can start to make a line? And we've got that idea. So they literally tell you two things, and you use them both. B decides where it crosses the y-intercept. That's where that green dot is at. Then I count with my slope, rise up 1, run over 3. Okay? How do you guys feel about that? You can pop a number into the chat and we can talk about that. All right. So, draw a line through the points. All right. And we should be feeling pretty good to go. All right, and their line, as you can see, if I erase mine, it matches up pretty darn close. Theirs is a little more accurate. All right. So we look at this one. Now, here's the problem. They weren't nice to us. They didn't give us y equals mx plus b. They put y and x on the same side. Now, Emma, I'm going to ask you this question, or Evan, I'm going to ask you this question. Is there something I could do so I could move this over to here? Is there anything you can think of? Inverse operations or anything at all?
3 times 5 equals y.
Okay, 3 times 5. How did we get there? Okay, so you may want to watch them. All right, find the m and the b. Okay, this is not written right. So, do you see how they subtracted 3x? Subtracted 3x? But now on this side, the 5 and the 3x. One's got no variable and the other one's got an x. So if they don't have the same variables, can we add them together? The answer is no, we cannot. Okay? So then you're going to see them rewrite the problem. Now, hey, they're going to say, oh, if I have negative 3x plus 5, now do you see how it's y equals mx plus b? We're just using our algebra skills from what we had before, Austin, and we're doing this. Hey, if we can figure out how to rewrite this line, now we can go on and graph it. So, y equals negative 3x plus 5, was it? Okay. So, if we think about our y equals mx plus b, Ava, do you think you can tell me where it crosses the y-intercept?
No, I'm not for sure.
Okay. Lily, you wrote down that big important thing. Can you tell me where it crosses the y line or the y-intercept?
At 3.
Okay. All right, here we go. Back to square one. Okay, I wrote that on the first slide. The computer put it in a huge, ginormous drawing. So if you didn't write that down, you're being delinquent on what you need to do. That is the most important thing for anything that we've got written out here. So now, B is the y-intercept. Can someone click in and tell me where we cross the y-intercept?
At 5.
At 5. How did you know it was at 5, Addie Meyer?
Because B is the y-intercept.
B's the y-intercept, so it crosses at 5. All right? Very good. Well done, Addie.
Mr. Palm, people keep raising their hands,
Oh, see, that's
but
the
it's
bad
not
part.
making noise.
I need to get my Chromebook up and going. Are you using my Chromebook anymore?
I'm going to use it in a little bit, though. You
Okay.
can use it.
All right, I don't need it, Kesty. We're fine. All right, so go ahead and just click in and say, guys, well, that's good. I'm glad people are raising them. Jack, that was a good thing for me to know. All right, so the M, then we've got the slope. Hey, I'm going to write a number. Why, Austin, can I write that 1 under -3? If you're not sure, say not sure.
Not sure.
Not sure. Okay. Why, Kerrigan, can I write that 1 under -3? All right, Jack. Why can I write that 1 under the -3, Jack?
I don't really get that.
Wouldn't it be just because it's still -3?
Right. Because -1 divided by, or -3 divided by 1 is still -3, right? We
Yeah.
just made it into a fraction, guys. That's all we did. That's all we did. Hey, but now what do we have? Now we have rise over run because M is slope, right? Oh, that's the slope. We have rise over run. All right? So, and that's fine if you're saying we don't get it, but I gotta have you try to get it. Oh, -3. That means I go down 1, 2, 3. +1. That means I go over 1. I have, well, if I could draw the dadgum line. Then I can connect my 2 points and I have my line, right? It's supposed to have a negative slope, remember? Because it's got the negative by the slope. Is this a negative slope, Jack?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So we're always looking for the B and then the slope. We find like Addie Meyer did where it crosses that. Then we literally use the slope, -3. That means down 3. +1 means right 1. Then we do them. All right. Let's move on. Their line matched ours. Now this one, I'm sorry that it's all yacked up, but 1/4 x plus 2. Now, I have a question. Addie Peel, is this in slope-intercept form, the y equals mx plus b, or do we have to change it around?
It's fine where it is right now.
That's fine. Yay, good. We don't have to do the algebra stuff. All right. So, they give us this, and I'm going to write it again since they've messed it all, marred it all up. All right? So, it's y equals mx plus b. V represents,
Y-intercept.
Y-intercept.
and m represents the
Slope.
slope. So, go ahead and Grayson, where does this line that I wrote in blue, where does it cross the y line? Or what's the y-intercept?
2.
2, because that's where the B is, right? So that's where it tells us to go, right? Now, Luke, I start at this point that Grayson just told me to put on there. I look right here for the slope, right? Is that correct, Luke?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And slope tells me rise over run, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So how many do I rise up according to this slope?
4.
Rise, overrun.
Oh, 1.
1. How many do we have run over now, Jack or Luke?
4.
4. Oh, do you see how I get another point there now?
Yeah.
I've got 2 points. Then I can draw a line, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a positive slope like I'm supposed to have?
Yeah.
Yep. And I'd say we did pretty good. All right, that one went really smooth. Good job, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's look here. Now this one, as I come to it, ooh, is this in my y equals mx plus b? Is that how I want it, Jack? Is it how I want it?
Yes.
It is? I've got the y
No.
all by itself. Then I've got mx plus b. I've got something x plus b.
No, it's not in the right form.
No, the y's over here with the x and all that other stuff there, Jack. You see, it's not the form I want. So what do I do, Emma? What do you think? How do I move this to get it where I want it? All right, guys, think inverse operations. Do
Would you subtract?
You would subtract 2x because 2x minus 2x, that's gone. I've got y all by itself. Then, 4 minus 2x. Okay, 4 minus 2x, I can do that. 4 minus 2x. But we're still not quite like we want it to be, right? Because this says mx plus b. Okay?
Would you do negative 2x and then 4?
Negative 2x plus 4. Because you keep that sign with it, you keep the positive sign with this one, and you can turn them around. That's exactly what you would do. Good job, Miss Peel. Okay? All right, negative 2x plus 4. Hey, they got it to something that we would want. Okay? All right, so they did exactly that, and good job, guys. So now when we see this, y equals negative 2x plus 4. Austin, can you tell me where it crosses the y line at?
4?
4, because that's what matches up with b, right? So it crosses the y line at a positive 4. Very good, very good. All right, now, what, Ava, should I probably do to the slope here? So I've got negative 2. That's no rise and run. What could I do, Ava, with that?
You could do 2 over 1.
You could do negative 2 over 1. Now, do we have rise over run, Ava?
Yeah.
Yep, all right, very good. So, Ava, since you helped me with that so nice, we start here. The negative 2, that's the rise, right?
Yeah.
Does that tell me to go up or down then?
Up.
All right, rise, but since it's negative, it's going to tell me to go
Oh, it's going to go down.
1, 2 down, and then a positive 1, so I go right 1, right?
Yeah.
Do I get a line then? Yes, I do. I get a line. And there, we've got it. We look here, we still get a start point. Then we count our slope, and we get another line. And their line matches ours exactly. Okay? So that hopefully shouldn't be too hard. Bring your papers in on Monday. We're going to look at the train wreck, and we're going to try to fix it if it's real bad. Okay? I've got an extra day planned in for this, but it needs to be done on Monday to the best of your ability, and we'll do what we can. Now, write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. So now they're saying we got to fill in the M and the B. Sorry, my alarm's going off. Okay? So I wrote this up here. Now I'm going to leave out the X, or the M and the B. Okay? we got to fill in this spot right here, and we got to fill in this spot right here. Okay? If you think you know what the B is, please please click on and speak up. What is the B? Anybody have an idea?
-4.
Who was that?
Addie Peel.
Addie Peel. -4.
But a lot of other people had their hands raised too.
Oh, awesome. That's great, guys. So, we could think is -4 plus a negative, or we could say -4, right? Okay. So that's where it crossed the B line. Ooh. Now, from yesterday's lesson, let's go with Alexa. I haven't heard from her in a while. How, Alexa, can I get the slope? Do you remember?
Don't you have to do like the rise and run?
Oh, you do. And there's where it's even, and there's a point where it's even. So what would we do to get the rise and the run, Alexa?
Would you go up 2?
Up 1, 2, so that would be the rise, right? So up 2,
Yeah.
and then what's the run?
5.
Now I have a question for you, Alexa. When we look at the slope of this line, is it a negative slope or a positive slope?
Negative.
-2 fifths. So we've got our problem written down. Y equals -2 fifths, which tells us the slope, Grayson. And I could put plus -4, or I could put -4. And we just work backwards, okay? And we just work backwards. All right. So, all right. And they did it really well, except they forgot their -2 fifths at the bottom answer. Okay, now we've got another line. We're going to be trying to fill these things in. Okay? So when I look at this, Emmett, I got to fill in the slope, and I got to fill in the B. Emmett, if you can't, it's okay. You can just tell me I'm not sure, Mr. Palm, because I understand this isn't the best way to teach math. Can you tell me the B, where it crosses the y-intercept at, Emmett?
2.
2. Hey, he looks here, he sees, oh, that's where it goes across that. So that's 2. Now, is it a positive 2 or a -2? You told me 2, so that's a positive 2. You're right. All right. Then, Grayson, here's where it goes across this one evenly. Ooh, here's another place where it goes across evenly, right, Grayson?
Yeah.
Do you think you can help me get the rise over the run from these 2 points on the line?
I don't really get how to do this.
You don't really get how to do the rise over the run, what we did yesterday? Oh, you weren't here yesterday. All right. I understand that. So
Would it be 1/2?
Jack says it's going to be 1/2. Do you agree with Jack, Kerrigan? Somebody's going to have to call her and wake her up or something. Okay? All right, Lily, do you agree with Jack that it'd be 1/2?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you go over 1, 2, that's your run. You go up 1, oh. So 1/2. Now, is the slope, Jack, positive or negative?
Positive?
Right, because it's going uphill, right?
Yeah.
Oh. You guys just filled in the blanks, and you just made that stuff there. So, Grayson, the way we do the slope, you find 2 points on there. Do you see how Jack ran across till he got under the dot? That's your run. And then he went up till he got to the dot. That's your rise. I know you probably don't get it after one time, but are you kind of starting to see it, Grayson?
Yeah.
I forgot you weren't there yesterday to have that background knowledge. Okay? And good job. So, then, a spider descends a 20-foot drain pipe at a rate of 2 feet per minute. The linear equation is that y equals negative 2x plus 20. It represents the distance y the spider has left to descend after the x minutes. Graph. Graph the equation. Okay, so we got to graph the equation from what they give us. So it was y equals negative 2x plus 20, wasn't it? Okay. So now, using all this information, Austin, can you tell me where this goes across the y-intercept at, Austin? This line that they gave us.
Like 20?
It goes across at 20. Nice job, Austin. So, because didn't the spider start 20 feet up in the air? Yeah, that's our starting point, right? Now, Ava's done a good job of telling me what I can do to the slope. What could I do to the slope? Someone else, you can just click in and speak. What could I do to the slope here so I do have my rise over run?
I know.
Go ahead, Addie Meyer.
That's Alexa.
Oh, I apologize. Go ahead, whoever spoke up.
Would you do the rise over run? So it would be negative 2 over 1.
Do you see how that makes the slope? We're not doing anything. We're just making it into a fraction, right, guys? Okay. So now we've started here. Okay. We have rise over run, Lily. I'm starting at this point. Go ahead, Lily. I'm sorry.
What did you say?
All right. I have rise over run. Do you see the slope, the negative 2 over 1?
Yeah.
What does that negative 2 tell me to do? It tells me to
Go down.
how many?
2.
And then a positive 1 tells me to go right how many? Over 1, right? Now
Yeah.
here's where we got to be careful. Each line is for 2. Jocelyn, bring me that. Go down, 1, 2, go over 1. Hey, I've got a new point. Could I continue that path? Go down 1, 2, over 1. Down 1, 2, over 1. Do you see how, if I do everything I need to do, and I keep following this, I can tell how fast the spider descends, right? Do I have a negative slope on that line, Lily?
Yeah.
And that's our slope is negative. Did I start at 20 like I was supposed to, Austin?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I have a question. Luke, can I come to you? Okay. So Luke, after 6 minutes, how far up in the air is the spider?
8 feet.
8 feet. Very good. And that's where these can help us. All right. After 4 minutes, Addison Salger, after 4 minutes, how far up in the air is the spider?
12.
12 feet. Good job. Good job. All right. Let's do another one. Okay. So, did they give us it in y equals mx plus b form? Yes, they did. Now, as we go on, I'm going to need negative 5 plus 40. Y equals negative 5 plus 40. Forgot my x. All right. Addie Meyer and Ava, I want you to walk me through this one. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
All right. What do you want to tell me to do, Addie?
Okay, so 40 is your y intersect, so you'd put it at 40.
So I put a dot at 40, okay? You want to keep going or you want to pass the torch to Ava?
I'll pass it to Ava.
All right, you're up, Ava.
Would you do the rise over run for 5?
Yes, you would. Well, negative
So
5.
you would do 5 over 1.
Negative 5 over 1.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No. I'm just saying that because it does play into and become important in the problem.
Okay.
Okay? So then what do I do?
So since the -5 is rise, right?
Rise, yes.
But you would have to go down because it's negative.
Very good. So I go down 5.
Yeah.
And what does the 1 tell me to do?
Over 1 to the right.
Down 5 over 1. Down 5 over 1. Down 5 over 1. Because each point's 5 up and down. Oh.
So,
And then I get my line that I can follow. All right, Austin. As I look at this, after 3 minutes, how much time, or after 3 minutes, how many miles remain for this submarine's descent?
25.
25, because he started here, and he saw, oh, there's 25 feet they still got to go down, right? All right. When there's only 15 feet to go down, Caden, when there's only 15 feet to go down, how many minutes has it taken to get where there's only 15 feet to go down? So we kind of flipped it on its side there, Caden.
I'm sorry, Mr. Palm. I accidentally hit the to leave on accident on mute.
Oh,
So what was it again?
no problem. You meant to hit unmute and you hit leave. That happens. So
Yeah.
there's 15 feet to go down still. How long did it get to the point where I only had to go down 15 more feet?
4 minutes?
Close.
5.
5 minutes. You got off the line, I think is all you had. All right, good there. So let's move onward and upward. Okay? I understand, and I have about 12 minutes I can dedicate to you guys. I understand that some of this is going to be guesswork, but I need you to put your best effort into it. We will look at it Monday, and we will spend math time on Monday correcting it. If you don't have it done, an effort tried, you will be dismissed from the room to get it done on your own. But if you do have it done, we'll go through it all as a group, and we'll discuss and we'll fix and we'll correct until you can get a perfect grade on it. If you don't have it done, you'll miss out on that opportunity. There are some of you that didn't fill out the charts completely on 5, I think it was 5.5 or 5.6. Therefore, you missed a ton of points. When you get your paper back on Monday, find me, because we need to talk and we need to figure out a way we can make up for all those points. There's 3 of you. All right. So there's time to work. You can go ahead and start on the PDF. I'm going to stop the recording right now, though.
Are we not going to do science fair then, since we only have a few minutes left?
If you have science fair questions, you can ask those at this time as well.
Mr.